We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses, no interceptions.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's do our thing! Let's do our thing! That's what it is! That's what it is, baby!
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of play.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 91 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Nifty move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Mahomes throw over over the middle. He finds Williams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down, Swift. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Once again, it's Swift. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 21-3 is your score after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 more there and another 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this... Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the draw is Taylor. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. They'll run the draw here with Swift. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On second down and 4. Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that away.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And the deficit will hold at 15.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up for great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now on 1st down.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught by Jones. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, nice move. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their.
Let's go, baby. I got you, baby. Let's go. That's one, boys.
On 1st down, Rodgers completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On play action, now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They run out of the gun with Swift. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, Plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing on second down, Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running left, Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Rodgers throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Rodgers now on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard after the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And some space here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes' throw here on target to Hurst. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Washington. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
.30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 64 yards for him on the ground now. On that, his 20th carry of the ball game. First down, and they go with Swift again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One more time with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final. As well now for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 21-13. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Trying to make it 9 in a row. A Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Jones has it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. For Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Williams
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say you caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they